Hi, I'm here with my friend Miho-chan, and she is an international student from Japan. She's a second-year undergraduate student studying management and fashion retail. So, Miho-chan, could you introduce yourself to us by giving us your favorite word in your home language?
My favorite word in my home language is ayumi.
And what does it mean?
That means the direct meaning is like walking, but also it has meaning of like processing.
Ooh, that's cool. Like a walk and talk, walk and think.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'd love to ask you some questions about your time here at UA. How has your experience been as an international student at the University of Alabama?
I'm gonna say it's been hard, especially my first year, but second year, especially this past couple months, it's been really great with all my favorite people, and I love UA.
What has been making it so good at UA lately?
So I am a member of the $1 Million Band colorguard. So I do have practice, and I'm also part of the game day, obviously.
Yeah.
And also I do travel sometimes. So the whole experience with the $1 Million Band is really important part of my life in Alabama right now. And also the people in $1 Million Band and all my coaches, all my friends, probably that's the most like favorite part of UA, honestly.
Yeah. It's so fun to like spot you on TV during the games.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I love like people texting me that I found you on TV. And sometimes, awesome. Yeah.
What's something that's been a challenge during your time here? Or just something you wish was different?
I wish I knew more about UA my freshman year. Especially I moved in 2-ish weeks earlier than everyone because of band camp, but I had no idea what event they have, like what the good place to go, or I just didn't really know about UA before I come here. And I am also international student, and also I am from out of state, so I wish I knew more about local thing about Tuscaloosa.
Yeah. And you have a sort of interesting story because, like you said, you're an international student, but your family moved to the United States a couple of years ago. So how much did you know about UA before you came?
Obviously, when I applied to UA, I researched about UA, and I knew a little bit about UA, like what major they have, like how many people were like applying, how many people actually like student, and obviously about the band. However, I know so many friends who's from like around here, like Birmingham, like you.
Yeah.
They know like way more than me.
Yeah.
And also I have never been to like Alabama football game before.
Oh my goodness.
I actually came to here.
And now you're like performing for them.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Just crazy.
That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Do you have like a highlight from your performances, or like a fun experience you have had being on the color guard?
Yes. My well, last season and also this season, my favorite is always the game against Georgia.
Of course, because you're from there.
Yeah, but especially last season's SEC Championships game at Mercedes Stadium. It was so cool experience watching UGA band also performing as UA band. And everyone like every football fan of this country are watching that game.
Yeah.
And also my parents are there.
Oh my goodness.
So of course there's like a little bit of pressure, but also it was so fun game. It was once like first song started, I had like no pressure, and then I just like enjoy the moment. That was the moment I'm like, I am living my life with like people I love, and this is what I'm allowed to do. So that was a highlight.
That sounds amazing. Oh my goodness. Well, thanks for telling us about just a little glimpse into your life as a college student at UA and as an international student and being in the color guard. I wonder if you have any advice that you would give to like non-international students who are at the University of Alabama. Do you have any advice that you would give to them? Maybe in their interactions with international students?
Probably the advice for the non-international student is just don't afraid to like talk to international student. They don't bite you. You might think like, I would say most of the non-international students are overthinking about international students because obviously we're international, so our we do have little bit of language issues. However, most of the international students in here are studying English before they come here, so they do know English. And if you just talk to them, just like go talk to them, and then international students feels like really, really like happy to like talk to like anyone on campus.
Yeah.
But also international student wants to know more about the life in the US. So just don't overthink, and then just go talk to them and say hi to them, and ask them where you're from, like what language you're like using, and just ask about their background. And then sometimes they takes time to like understand it or like make the sentence in their brain. However, like you don't have to like worry about anything. They just need time, just a little bit, and you just like, if you can like be a little bit patient and then wait for them to just find a word, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, that's such good advice. Thank you to all of our non-international students listening. Please go talk to international students. There is so much that you can learn, and you might find your new best friend. So I highly recommend it. Also, do you have any sorry, my English. And I'm a native speaker. Do you have any advice for people who are considering studying internationally? Or like, what would you have said to your former self before you came to study here? What advice would you give?
The advice I'm gonna give for former myself, but also people who's like considering come to here, the UA is huge university. There's so many people. I don't even know exact number, and the campus is really big. And you might feel overwhelmed or some kind of negative feelings to come here because it's just such a big place. But because it's big place and there's so many people, you will realize that world you knew before you come here was such a small world.
Oh, wow.
And then I feel my perspective on everything became like large.
Yeah.
Like it's huge now, and I'm still second year, and then I've already felt like my perspective actually changed a lot in a good way. Of course, you're gonna meet new people, you're gonna learn new stuff, and you can experience some new stuff, but also that doesn't mean you're going to like forget what you had. You can use your past experience, and then you can create more new relationship with everyone. And UA has so many opportunity to do that for everyone. So that's the advice I'm gonna give to everyone who's thinking about coming to UA, and also me in 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, that's such good advice.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you were able to come here and that your worldview changed a lot. I think even mine changed a lot coming to college at all, but definitely like doing any international studies or any international just even travel can teach you so much. But again, to all my students at UA, there are so many international students here that you can talk to if you don't have the funds or resources to travel abroad. So if you want your worldview to become bigger, if you want to see the world as much bigger than you, do exactly what Miho-chan said and like try to explore the world around you and take it all in. Anyway, I have one more question for you before we close, and thank you to all of our listeners.
Of course.
I hope this is encouraging to y'all and maybe challenging. So my final question is, do you have anything that you would like to say in Japanese to any listeners from Japan?
この UA に来てから私の考え方とか視野がすごく広がったし、たくさんのずっと大切にしたいと思える素敵な友人に出会えて、私は4年間の大切な大学生活を過ごす場所として UA を選んで本当に良かったなと思うし、高校3年生の時に決めた自分の決断を1ミリも後悔していないです。これから未来の進むべき道を決めなきゃいけない時はすごく不安だと思うし、ネガティブなことばかり考えると思うけど、どんな道に進んだとしても明るい未来が待ってるって信じたらきっとそうなるので、自分が信じた道を進んでください。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。日本語上手になりません。Thank you so much, Miho-chan.
Thank you so much.
Yay! And thank y'all for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.